saw that you went in one direction. They went in the right direction to get one or two mini bosses and still had to find their last one. You entered machine when Mariscan entered the last mini boss. And they killed the mini boss quickly. They had the higher DPS, but you had enough enough of a lead. My apologies. The timer's a little slow. There we go.
We could not tell watching the machine fight who it was going to be because you had a big lead and Mariscan had a way better gun.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still nervous.
You also got screwed on the keyword. You got overheat first, and Mariscan got homing. Then Mariscan found another keyword earlier than you did, and got overheat as well. So they had a triple shrapnel overheat fireball.
I had split, which
which was beautiful.
Worst. Yeah, it was really cluttering up my screen.
All right,
okay, but
back to this race really quick. Looks like we're going to get Focus. Not a bad choice here for a bit of safety. Those three were not very good power-ups. This is an elimination match. Both Casey and Morraconda raced earlier, lost their respective races, and this is their last lifeline to still stay in the race.
Mm-hmm. Whoever loses is knocked out of the tournament for good, so don't get knocked out.
Which is unfortunate, but both of these are excellent racers. We're going to have to see what happens here.
A Runic for KC. Morraconda also picked Focus. Morraconda just still not having a weapon. You want to get a weapon early because it helps speed up rooms. And then by F1, you don't lose too much ammo doing that.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want that. Oh, it's Grinder too. Grinder's not a fun one.
But this Runic has piercing, so it's less of an issue.
At least there's that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're weapon with piercing or phasing, you're okay.
Morraconda choosing to do hacking and got the broken mirror, which means they get curses more often, but they break faster.
It could pay off. It could pay off because they could get a few damage boosts off of that. They could get an amazing weapon, not have to worry about ammo so much until toward the end. But if they get a good weapon they don't want to get rid of, then it's useless.
Casey got a pure room that was just impossible. So
that's our third one this entire tournament already, day one. Dang.
Should have brought a shattering bomb.
I know. What's the other one? The drill.
Leidenbrock.
Thank you. Just find that one. Easy, right?
It's only 1 in 39.
Oh, easy odds, right? All right, down to floor 2 for Morraconda, a little bit behind KC.
Mm-hmm. And this running is not the best. It's a little slow.
Ooh, look at that shot from Morraconda. 20% damage. 20% max ammo increase and a 10% damage increase, and opts for the damage first. Good pick. Wants to come back. They're going to want to come back and get that ammo.
Yeah, but the question is, do you farm for it because it was a large shop, which is more expensive?
If you can maintain a multiplier and kill your boss with a higher multiplier, you probably have a higher chance to be able to buy it.
Yeah, but it does mean that you perhaps play a little bit more cautiously and slowly just to keep the multiplier as opposed to being so reckless.
Yeah, it's always a trade-off, for sure. Power up station, what do we got here?
Scrap runner for Morraconda and for Casey.
Casey can't even afford the damage, dang.
They can now.
Now they can. They're probably going to do that fairly up right now. And they'll only need 3,400 for the other. Oh, it looks like Morraconda already bought the ammo, so Morraconda has good ammo.
Casey might get it after defeating the boss. Casey is doing presents earlier, but they might want to go back and get that ammo.
Yeah, that might benefit here. So Casey picked up a Pulse Waves freezing drill. Now, Pulse Waves on a drill is amazing. If they find a keyword, there's a good chance they can get homing, which will make this particular weapon insanely strong. In fact, actually, I take that back. Morraconda got it too. So both of them have the potential for a very strong weapon.
Casey opts for the flan instead of the ammo out. Interesting.
Maybe wants to go. Oh, another ammo increase in the shop for floor 3. That's going to be good. Looks like Morraconda can already afford it. I think that's okay. Maybe playing a little safe just to intimidate your opponent saying, hey, I'm healthy, and you better not mess up or else I'm going to pull ahead.
But that can be a bit of a... It's a double-edged sword there.
Oh,
We haven't seen many more deaths, but we've seen a lot of people fighting machine on 2 or 3 HP.
Yeah,
That's all you need.
I never thought... I thought people... I'm like, okay, Overlord, you need a lot of HP, right? And then the last 3 tournaments show me otherwise. And now I'm like, okay, you need a lot of HP and a lot of safety for machine, right? And this is showing me otherwise. So I'm just horribly wrong on everything.
Yeah. In before our tournament where we fight against Monolith, and again, 2 HP is all you need.
Yeah, I know. We're going to start seeing... Oh, goodness. Database runs. How about that?
We do have an exhibition match on Sunday, which is just that, but it takes a while. And it's going to be only 1 race, not a full set.
Yep.
Casey is already on Armor Attack. Meanwhile, Morraconda picked up reserves. I think KC skipped the upgrade floor.
I think they did too. I didn't see them get it. And Morraconda, actually, a really smart idea to get the damage, get that early damage. I think, Quickening is okay, but if you're gonna farm that early health, I think that's still good because you miss out on maybe proccing Quickening and getting that damage, but at the same time, you can get a bit of safety with the extra early damage. And either way, it can go either. It really can go either way.
Mm-hmm. KC already down to that 4 as Morraconda just enters Armor Attack.
That's what I'm saying, Dial. You know what I'm thinking, honestly? I don't know if you've watched... I did run a series on YouTube for 20-some-odd episodes. I called the Monolith Daily Challenge. And I built a HTML page slot machine that rolls a random ship, seed, loop, like difficulty level and everything. And I had to complete it. Well, I'm going to be porting that to the Monorail site. And I want to make it available to everybody. So we can start doing tournaments for that.
That's actually a great idea.
Love to see. It's the only reason why I haven't ported it is that when I built it, I extracted the sprite sheet for the entire game, and I just kind of used that, in the CSS thing. And now I need to extract the images individually and use that instead. I don't want to dump the game's entire assets to the public.
No, that's already kind of been done.
But I'd rather not make it available. Plus, the file is 2 megs, so homing on Morraconda.
It seems unnecessarily wasteful on the website, but
it is.
People just regularly post the full decompiled sprites on the Discord, and we don't really care.
Well, I don't want to have to serve 2 megabytes every time, so I'm going to fix it up, and then I'm going to make it available soon.
I said that. It's completely ridiculous to put that on the website. But,
it is.
The other part's not a big.
Yeah, I posted that in the garden a while ago. I stopped doing it because I just ran out of time. I don't have a lot of time during the day, and a run can sometimes take me 6 hours to do if it's bad, if it's really difficult. So
right.
I want to do it more.
If you just... Casey getting finally Reactor, whereas Morraconda sees the 2 mini bosses but does not see the boss.
Yeah, Morraconda's a fair bit behind here. Making a bit of damage too.
Yeah, the spikes really are
Spikes
proving to be a nuisance.
They're the real boss of this game. But one big plus is that Morraconda does have homing on the drill. That makes things a bit easier, allows you to one-shot rooms a little more easily. And Casey does not have that.
Casey got backshot instead of homing, and also picked up the health instead of the damage for the boss drop.
Interesting. I think they want to stay safe.
I think they might want to avoid what happened in the set against me with those deaths and be like, no, we're not risking that.
I think so. Yeah, lesson learned, It's like, oh, you know what? We're going to be a little safer. We're going to be flying a little looser, a little faster, but then opt for the health. Whereas Morraconda is doing a bit more...
Flying a little further away from the sun.
Yeah, and Morraconda is opting for a bit more farm-ish heavy approach, which I like a tad bit better only because they have higher health and they have more damage. So when they're ready to just put the pedal in the metal, they can go faster. And they're not that far behind either.
About 4 or 5. Also, another thing that comes into play here is each runner's management of their scrap meter, because that is a big plus 20% damage boost optimally, and that makes a big difference. But you need to not take damage, and you need to be careful.
And that's actually why the homing drill is really important, because it allows you to home, so you can, you don't have to aim as much, which means you can spend more time dodging. Or at least more
Correct.
mental space dodging.
Less cognitive load. Casey already found the boss and 2 mini bosses, and they're just looking for the final mini boss.
Then Morraconda, I think, found 2 mini bosses? Killed one already.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the second one, I believe. So it's a hunt for the last one. Yep. They're both still looking for the same one. Where's it gonna be? Now, if you're stream watching, you can make a decision. Do you go wherever your opponent is going and ensure the same luck? Or do you take a different path and gamble that they're wrong and you get the right one?
That's always a tough choice. It really is. Because it really could be a good gamble. I mean, right now, honestly, KC's already ahead. Already on Overlord Phase 1 and doing a ton of damage. But
yeah, 15 seconds ahead.
That's why I guess it's a tough choice, because if it's really, that's just a gamble. It's mostly just a pure gamble. If you don't have good information, it's probably better to try for maybe a little variance. But otherwise, if you're going up against a good opponent, maybe trying to see where they're going might help a bit.
While still managing to pay attention to both your game and what you're doing, which is not easy.
That's not easy at all, no. All right, so...
Also, Casey is already down to 5 HP. They've been taking quite a few hits here.
5 HP, and Morraconda is catching up on the DPS race here because they took more time to get more damage. So they're going faster and knocking out these phases faster, and they have more health.
They're slowly trying to close the gap here.
They are, slowly but surely. Inching ever so closer.
Casey once again opts for HP instead of damage. So, oh boy.
Safety strats.
Yeah, but speed is what wins in the end.
I know.
You know,
Well,
remember, when you go fast, 1 health is optimal. Because if you have more than 1 health, you wasted your health to not go fast enough.
Yeah, you're going for health is gambling that your opponent will die.
That's true. Well, that is a farm-heavy approach, is actually very good. And it's also, if your opponent looks over and sees you healthy, that does put pressure on you. Because you realize, okay, I have to keep going, or else my opponent is, can tank it, can survive.
Yeah, they have health to spare to go faster.
Exactly. Oh, Roncli's actually doing a great job timing here in chat. He mentioned that it's a 13.5-second difference. Yikes. That's close.
Damn.
That is one wrong move. One wrong room. One wrong direction. That's it.
Casey has already found all of the mini-bosses and the boss.
Morraconda! Did you see Morraconda's layout?
Oh yeah, just a big long branch with nothing on it, and that is going to be the difference because Casey is already at machine.
Wow.
Healthy, with full scrap runner, plenty of ammo.
That is
napping.
I saw the rage in their mouse cursor. They moved it like, really? Freaking really?
Morraconda, I think, is now just stream watching and seeing if Casey dies.
Morraconda, I do recommend you go fast. Only just keep going, just because, Casey could take a bunch of hits in the end. If they see that you're waiting it out, then they could probably take their time and be more cautious.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, you're giving them even more breathing room. Whereas if they can see that you're still trying to crawl up behind them, they might try to accelerate and die as a result. Casey has already died on machine this monorail, so it is not out of the question.
Yep, exactly.
They're already at 5 HP.
And they still have a very large chunk of this phase left. Morraconda, I mean, it doesn't actually hurt Morraconda to wait it out because they already are healthy. And they kind of know.
Yeah.
But okay. Casey down to 4 health, 3 health. No bombs. They got a long way to go still.
They're past the tougher attacks for the time being, but gotta be careful.
All right, here we go. Still 3 health.
Casey might want to stay behind a little bit, not so close.
There we go. Okay, there we go. Down goes machine. Ooh.
Yep. Now, I'm sad that Morraconda... It's like they were on Overlord 13.5 seconds apart, and then the bad mapping decision just completely...
It wasn't even the decision.
The result.
It was the RNG. That map sucked.
It did, but Casey managed to happened to go into the rooms where they could see the mini bosses, whereas Morraconda committed to a particular branch and that there was nothing on it.
Well, see, for all they know, though, it could have been one of those where it was the center of the layout, and you could have seen a whole bunch of branches. So it really did come down to layouts here. Wow, that was bad. That layout was bad. So Morraconda, I understand your frustration. Oh man, what a bad direction.
Yes, so do I. I've had I think my last set, the race 2 where I lost to Meriscan, I was hating my layouts. I was like, these all suck. Please, Meriscan, you finish quickly so I don't have to keep racing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, on to race 2 of the match. Remember, the loser of the set is permanently out of the tournament, and the other one continues onto the loser's bracket. Don't worry, after we're done streaming for the day, I will post the current brackets onto the Twitch account, where you can follow us and get results. So everyone's up to date with how the tournament looks like.
Yep, and for anybody who wants a quick, you go to a quick shortcut to all of our social media, monorail.live. If you navigate to monorail.live, you will get, we have a nice front page, a link to actually embedded, the Twitch channel is embedded, and links to the game, the Discord communities, the Twitter, YouTube channel, everything. So that's a quick shortcut if you ever want to memorize anything, monorail.live.
I will say that the Monorail.live has the link for the main Discord, the giant one, and not the one that we're using for racing.
Oh, it should have both, actually. I put both in.
They have it. I think it has only one. Okay, so Morraconda picked Artifact, Thunderhead. KC picked Scanner.
Yeah, which actually is going to work out speed-wise. I think Artifact is good for an early boost early, but that Scanner can really pay off.
Or Morraconda could be like, I'm going to screen watch and let KC get all the mapping for free from KC, whereas I get to have a scanner.
That is fair.
But again, you kind of have to be paying attention to the other person's game at the same time, and that slows you down because you're looking away from your game to your opponent's game, and so it always comes at a cost.
Yeah, it does. And yeah, we do have both links, by the way. Community Discord and Racing Discord, yeah.
Okay, but I must have not looked very closely then.
No worries, I just double-checked.
Casey's mapping already gives them the mini-boss and the boss, and they get Frost Blessing for good, even better drops.
Yep, so, double drops. So that's an excellent one because you get presented with 2 drops, and you get to choose, obviously, the better of the 2. So if you were getting screwed over by, just seeing nothing but hearts when you want ammo or damage, you get a choice now.
Mm-hmm.
Casey's not going for the mapping. I think they probably feel that they have enough mapping with Scanner on this floor.
Yeah, they can see everything that's really relevant, except perhaps a weapon. But they're also going to go hit up the upgrade chamber. Maybe there's artifact in it.
That's fair. Good point.
And there is.
Okay, what do we got here? So there's a
That's
sword.
A good sword.
Yeah, definitely. That's a quick overheat sword, isn't it?
Quick overheat. No, it's reflective overheat lunge knockback sword.
I thought it was quick.
And it is not that quick.
Okay, well, regardless, it does a ton of damage. It's overheat, which gives it an extra damage boost. And on top of that, yeah, it has reflect and a bunch of really cool things that make it really strong. And what's good about Casey's strategy, they got the mapping with Scanner, and they got Artifact afterward. So the more important one was getting mapping, then they got the weapon. So there's a chance that Morraconda will not see mapping or Scanner after this either.
It is possible. Sometimes the upgrade choices just roll badly.
Yep.
Casey finds yet another upgrade, whereas Morraconda is still struggling a bit with his presence. The gap is getting bigger and bigger, sadly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is quick. That's what I thought, because I saw the cross swords on the keyword list.
No, that's reflective.
Is it? Huh.
Yeah. Trust me, I know the keywords very, very well. It does not have quick. Alright. Morraconda gets Fortune. That might be interesting.
Fortune's a good pickup. They could start getting... Now, first off, they have double a choice between 1 or 2 pickups. With Fortune, they have 1 or 2 upgraded pickups. So that's going to make the run more secure and give them maybe more DPS. Who knows? Oh my goodness, KC. It already pays off in 2 rooms.
Yep. But they're still having a bit of trouble finding this mini-boss, and Morraconda, I think, is following in KC's steps, thinking I should follow my opponent for now. Well, it does give them a lead over their opponent if they can see that they're going towards a dead end. So it's like, oh, there's nothing there.
Yeah. Did you see that weapon? That's a triple giant sword. That's always a fun one, but it's so slow.
Oh, yeah. That's the kind of sword that Lilac absolutely loves. They're all swords all the time. Alright, Casey has already found the other mini-boss thanks to a map pickup in the shop. I think Morraconda is peeking.
Yep, getting those good pickups too with the with Fortune.
Oh,
Fortune, the double pickup. So.
Ice Worm. And it is shredding Ice Worm.
Whereas, so Thunderhead is not that strong against Ice Worm. It doesn't do as much damage. So Morraconda is going to have an interesting time trying to deal with that.
Yeah, I think Casey is starting to pull ahead faster and faster.
Oh, yeah. It is definitely easily a minute or 2 here. Well, I'd say up to a minute. Because we're going to see just how bad... This is how bad Thunderhead is on Iceworm, right here. And Iceworm is one of those difficult bosses where the longer the fight goes, the more likely you're going to take a ton of hits.
Mm-hmm. But that's another one of the gambles. You don't know which one out of all the bosses you're going to get. Sometimes a good weapon for one mini-boss is pretty bad for another. You just don't know.
Yep.
That's another advantage of screen peeking. You can be like, what did my opponent get? I know it's this boss, therefore I know what I should be looking for in a weapon.
Or it's more like, how screwed am I?
I mean, that too.
If you know that you already exhausted your options, and you see your opponent gets a particular boss, you're like, well, that's going to be a painful boss fight for me.
Mm-hmm. But at least it's not a surprise. You can mentally prepare for the agony.
Exactly. Yeah, this sword is what I call the bully sword, because it has knockback, so you get to shove everything.
If you even better if you had Giant, then you can knock back even more things.
Oh yeah.
So
I went during the pre-show.
Work of Nightmare. Genesis is down up to Oblivion. Yeah, this artifact Thunderhead is just not paying off.
No, it's not that strong.
Should really consider that, okay, maybe I need to get something else, because this is just not competing with what KC has.
Unfortunately, no. It was the order of the power-ups here did not work out. Oh, there is a potential Husbando, second one of the tournament.
I don't think KC's going for it. If they're going for maximum, safety, they're not going to do that.
Casey, don't do that. Casey, don't do that.
They don't know how to deal with this room. They don't know the technique.
It's actually a really clever trick, and it's also evil. They took a ton of hits. They went
Pure
from
loves
doing...
that room.
Yeah, that was a great idea. Yeah, gain health for all your bombs, sure. They got 2 health out of that.
Yeah, and your bombs will regenerate naturally anyway, so you just have to be patient.
Yep, there's a potential Husbando, Lilac, but nobody's going for it. I need to put in bounties for next Monorail.
I mean, you could put them in tomorrow.
Nah, it wouldn't be fair to the Day 1 racers, I don't think.
Fair enough.
Ooh, this is not looking good for KC. Okay, KC, you're going a little too fast, buddy. A little too fast.
Down to 2 health. Morraconda's looking healthier, so they can use that to leverage.
Ooh, okay, that's right. They had, so KC finding a blessing pond, blessing fountain, but they already have a blessed weapon, so they can't use it again.
Yeah, holy water will bless your weapons, but if you picked it up from an artifact, if you picked up a non-unique from an artifact, it's already blessed, so you don't get the benefits. KC killed 1 mini-boss, knows where another one is.
Do it,
Still
KC.
looking for the 3rd one. No.
Summon Husbando. Do it. You have the lead.
Yeah, I don't. But do they know they have the lead? Oh, actually, they might, because I think they do stream watching.
Yeah, I think so. Also, one moment, I'll be right back.
Okay. Casey has found the 3rd and final mini-boss. Morraconda is switching for a unique. It is going to be the world's largest gun, which does a ton of damage, but has slow fire rate. Morraconda's still looking for the potential third mini-boss. I don't think they know where it is. Casey tried to switch weapons, but didn't pick anything, so they're going to be doing Overlord. I wonder if Casey knows the technique here.
I'm back.
Hi. So, interesting technique here. Casey has launch, which means that whenever they dash, they do increase damage for a short while. And because they're back up against the back wall, Casey can dash against the back wall, not really moving out of the way, but still getting the benefits of launch.
That's really clever. Very clever.
Yeah, that's a technique that I use sometimes against some bosses.
That'd be really good with cracked shot too. That bullet from the dash does a fair amount of damage.
Yep. Yeah, crack shot and launch, both elements that do damage based on dashing. And if you have rocket, you can just keep doing that a whole bunch more.
Yep. Okay, hold on. What unique does Morraconda have?
The world's largest gun.
That's right. I love this gun. It is so funny, and the fact that I love any gun that has screen shake is so fun to have.
Casey just killed Overlord, picked up the HP instead of the damage. I think they got the 3 mini bosses as counter hits, whereas Morraconda is still stuck in phase 2.
Yep, phase 2. It's gonna be at least another minute here for Morraconda. More than enough time for Casey to really pull that lead through. And assuming they maintain the lead and they don't take too many hits, they're as good as this run is looking like they're the favorite.
And remember, they have Fortune plus Storm, so they're gonna get good drops.
Can you guys hear me still?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
You went quiet for a while, actually.
Oh, weird. Okay, I was trying to say, I don't think Crackshot gets the benefit from lunge.
No, but I mean,
But
it
still,
benefits from rockets.
it's still an extra. It's still an extra bullet, I guess, an extra shot.
Yeah.
Casey down to 4 HP.
Yeah, that was not. Oh, taking some spike damage, taking a bunch of little hits, trying to get through the room, bomb through the doors. They need a form health.
And yeah, world's largest gun is a very powerful one.
It needs to be stronger. It must be bigger.
I think I determined that it has about 300% the DPS of a pea shooter.
Nice. I love that. And you know what?
Which
It needs to be stronger with some really niche situation.
I don't think that they're going to implement that.
I think it is plenty strong enough. I buffed the other 2 weapons that are supposed to form a trio with it.
Okay.
Solaris and Genocide.
Yes.
Also, Casey has entered machine with 6 HP.
And doing a ton of damage, though.
But not a lot of ammo. They might run out by phase 3.
That's true. Dang, look at that.
Morraconda has killed all 3 mini bosses, but does not know where the boss is. All of this exploring time.
But the big
and
plus...
the thing is,
on
this screen, you can see Casey's minimap permanently, and that can give you a hint of where in the floor it is.
That's
need to
true.
use that.
But when you're busy, I mean, right now Morraconda is very busy trying to actually fight things. So, oh man, okay, the gun broke on KC, sword is broken. They gotta go. KC has a very long final phase to get through. Still 2 bombs, that's good. 6 health, has to remember to dodge.
Can't afford not to. This phase can be real tricky. Morraconda entered the machine, but they have only 10 ammo, so they're gonna run out too.
Yep, look at that. Doing a pretty good job here. Casey's doing a good job. And yeah, oh man, that damage on the world's largest gun is so good, but only 7 shots left. It's going to be gone after phase 1.
Not quite.
Okay, still 2 shots left. And it's gone.
It is a powerful gun.
They're both stuck on pea shooter, both on 5 HP, both 2 bombs.
Okay, here we go. Yep,
But,
Casey's handling this like a champ right now. Doing a great job.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Casey's doing a very, very good job.
Second
Casey is just...
to last phase, and then we have the final phase coming up here, doing a fair amount of damage on the pea shooter. Here we go. Casey, that was a lot of damage. Okay, there we go. Whew. Down goes machine on database, Casey's side.
And
That
Morraconda
goes-
just now gets into phase 3.
Dang. That was, I don't know if that was beneficial. Okay, here we go. Get ready on time, and time. GGKC. And even rhymes.
Yep. And we're like 75 minutes ahead of schedule.
Dang, that was excellent. GG on that. That was
Is that the last race of the day?
the
Yeah.
last race of the day. We are very ahead of schedule, and man, what a great set of races, honestly.